Good morning, beautiful humans, and welcome to episode 103 of Monday Morning Medicine with Dr. Farah. For today's episode, I want to remind you to show up. Show up for others. Rebecca Walker has a great quote about showing up, and she says, when it comes down to it, that's what life is all about. Showing up for the ones we love again and again. We need to show up for others. Words are just empty promises unless they're backed up by action. So we need to show up and give our time, our energy, our comfort. We need to be by other people's sides and truly be present in the moments when they need us. And yes, some of those moments might be the sad and grief-stricken moments, but it can also be those moments of celebration and joy. People need other people to show up for them. And I want you to do that. I'm going to give you an example of how I showed up for someone this week. I'm not sharing this to give myself a pat on the back and seem like I'm the greatest person in the world. That's not what I mean. I'm just trying to show you by example what it looks like to show up for someone. So it's graduation season, and I work at a middle school, and the high school students that we feed into proudly wore their caps and gowns, and they did their grad walk on our campus. And I had the honor of working with two amazing high school interns this year, and they worked with my students all year long. And they walked through the halls. We gave them their gifts and cheered them on. Now later that day, one of them returned after school. And when the classroom cleared out, he looked at me with tears coming down his face. And he said, "Doctor, I just wanted you to know that my grandfather just passed away. And my parents have now taken off to Mexico to be with the family. And that's understandable." But then he said, "No one will be in the crowd to watch me graduate tomorrow night." And it's so hard because graduation is such a huge milestone. It's the culmination of 13 years of education and dedication to academics. The next thing he did was pull out a graduation ticket. And he said, "Doctor, will you be the one person sitting in that crowd to cheer me on?" And with no hesitation, I said, "Absolutely, I will be there for you," and gave him a hug. And that next night, I sat in that crowd and I cheered him on. And he looked at me and we made that eye contact, and he knew that I showed up for him in that moment. That's what we need to do for one another. Show up for others, and I hope others show up for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Monday Morning Medicine with Dr. Farah. Until next time, stay healthy, stay true, and stay you, because there's only one of you.